Come on in, come on in, come on in. It's Angela K. Chambers with Refocus and Inform Radio Talk Show on KBOB, and we are ready.
I'm Sandia O'Bell.
And Thursdays can't get here faster.
Thanks for tuning in with us.
Please show us some love. Give us a like or a heart. Follow and share and subscribe on KBOB 899 Facebook page and on YouTube.
We're going to have some fun today with some great news we have in store for you guys.
What's everyone saying about the Refocused and Informed Radio Talk Show?
It's drastically changed my life.
It's super funny. I love it.
Man, I just love what you guys do, man. Keep it right here on KBOB 89.9 FM.
Well, hey, everybody. Happy Thursday, and welcome back to the Refocused and Informed Radio Talk Show with Angela K. Chambers and
Sandia O'Bell.
Hey. So we're glad you're back. We have a special guest in studio with us today, and it's Megan Scott with TC Living Marketing, and I'm super excited to have her here and ready to hear some of the gems that she's going to drop with us. But for me, it's a rough day, but I'm going to push through. I thank those who are connected with me on Facebook and just been saying prayers for our family. I ask that you continue to say prayers.
Yes.
We lost my young cousin. He was 13 years of age. And thank you for the continued prayers for this his family, Christian Pfeiffer, his school community, as well as the surrounding communities of McAllister and Savannah. It's tough, but we believe, because we believe in God, we believe he lived his life on purpose, for purpose, and all of the lives that he has touched. It's so awesome to see just all the outpouring of love that we received for him and continue to receive. So thank you for continued prayers for us, for all of us. And his AAU basketball and football teams, yes. Please keep that community lifted up in our family. Thank you.
Yes.
Also, we lost in our city of Tulsa, Terry McGee, which was a great leader. Being involved in business myself, I know that I've had a lot of conversations. My husband and I both, I've served on a board with Terry McGee. I know that he is about the community of North Tulsa. He was fighting for places, been in rooms that we have no idea, talking to people, trying to get people in business, or those are in business, trying to get them more business. So he's been a fighter for our community, and we are at a loss. Please keep his family in prayers. Again, Terry McGee, this is tough, but so to all of the listeners and people here in Tulsa, we've got to step up and stand up. We're losing people, and they need to be replaced. We need more people fighting for just what's right. We need a change in North Tulsa, in our community. He was building homes, and he had commercial projects going on, so he was doing a lot in the community. Shout out to all of the people who went over to McLean High School this morning to welcome the kids back to school.
Absolutely.
That was a big thing for our community, and we need that. And I pray, and many have spoke out about it, that it won't just be a one-time thing. But kudos to everybody who was able to make it out there this morning, and to welcome the kids back. It was so good to see the videos and just people talking about being there.
I drove by that place. That place, McLean. I drove by McLean. My son goes to charter. Was it Legacy?
Yes.
He goes to Legacy, so we go by there all the time. And it was, I got teary-eyed driving by. I saw parents and neighbors with signs telling the kids welcome back. And I seen the kids just all powwowed in the parking lot and around the school building. It was it was it was a crazy experience just seeing it all,
Right.
and just kind of driving by and still feeling all of that emotion. And I'm in the car driving by, so just imagine how it felt standing there and being with the children.
Right.
Yeah.
And we as a community, when we come together, we have to, I mean, it was an eye opener, but we have to make sure that we say, it's the actions of one person, right?
Yeah.
But it's an eye opener for us as a community that we need to do more, but we're not going to allow this situation to tarnish the
Right.
other students and the school and what we have in our community because of it. So kudos to everybody for showing up this morning and being out there.
Definitely.
Before we talk to Miss Bale about her pitch competition and all that she has going on, this past weekend, I had the opportunity to attend a royal wedding. I say there were over 750 guests there. It was the wedding of Cletus Lowe and Tanisha Miller. Cletus Lowe Jr., they married in McAllister. And there was a performance by Vicki Winans and the artist Major, and there were some other artists there that I wasn't familiar with, but they sang.
Hey.
That was a beautiful wedding. It was like the wedding that everybody dreams of. But what I'm most proud of, and I've known Cletus for a long time, well, since he was a baby, is that I know that union is solid. It wasn't just about having this nice fancy wedding. Her husband was giving her a gift, this beautiful wedding. The details, it was just so amazing. So kudos to them. They're on vacation and or not vacation, their honeymoon.
Yes.
So that was a nice experience to see all of that. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was like, hey,
That's great.
it was beautiful. So
Weddings are always beautiful.
yeah. So tell us, Sandia.
You know what? Before I go into the pitch,
Okay.
I went to Memphis to see the museum. I had to go see
What museum?
Which one?
the museum with Martin Luther King, where they actually turned it into the museum. It's called the National Civil Rights Museum. I actually purchased this shirt from there. Why I vote. But I had to go see the actual hotel where Dr. Martin Luther King was actually where it took place. Oh yeah,
Chills.
it was. I mean, it had a lot of history about Tulsa in there. They don't let you take cameras.
Really?
Yeah, they don't let you do.
to.
Yeah, they don't let you do cameras. It was like 3 hours, and I was down there on a trip with my girlfriends and my cousin, and they was like, Sandia, this is not like you are very like, come on, move.
Yeah.
But I was like, I gotta come back.
Yeah.
I mean, it was some deep history. Like,
That's
if we
a lot
don't
to
know
see
about
that.
our history, that's definitely a place you should go. It's actually a person that was outside protesting too. She was just like, this is not should be charged, Yeah, and I was kind of disappointed when I first went in there. They show you a video, and the first person on the video is like a white person talk about, the issues with Ford Company, and I'm like,
Ford.
See, you got me out here. Like, a couple of girls was like, I'm going back outside, because her protest movement really is deep. She's been doing it for 32 years outside that museum. It just takes away from the history and the value of why are you charging us to see this, and why are you making money off of it, and why. And so it was a lot of history with that. Even it kind of set with me, I'm thinking about ours, and just a little, even though we don't charge yet, but it was just.
I think they're charging now.
They are charging now?
That's the last I heard, that they were going to charge once they open back up.
Oh.
So, but I mean, somebody has to pay for it. I mean, somebody has to pay for the upkeep, the employees, and all that's going on. And I think that we don't think about that. So if it's not paid for by people coming in who are
donors
patronizing the venue, then it will come from, and those people can be people from out of state like your revenue.
Right.
So you're paying. So if that doesn't happen, then it would come from people who reside there who may never go or may not go as often as travelers who come in,
right.
And then it's tax dollars. And so I know that we wouldn't want that, but and I don't think that they charge. And how much did you pay to get in there? Because I don't think it's a lot.
I think it was $20.
I mean, we people have these box seat tickets for games
that they charge. It's just the fact.
Well, that's what you said. She was protesting.
Yeah, because it's charging us to learn our history.
No, you can learn your history anywhere.
You can.
They're charging for the upkeep of what's in there.
They have a whole list of their upkeep of their donors, big time donors. That's why when you first walk in, you sit down and you're going to listen to Mr. Ford tell you the history of the discrimination. When you don't know nothing about discrimination, Mr. Ford, and you're going to listen to him talk about the people and the ancestors. When we know you still got discrimination issues within the Ford company. Come on, you know
is Ford a donor?
Yes. They got a whole list of white people as the donors, which I don't have nothing against white people as donors. I don't know. I just think. I don't know. That's another topic for a different day. But
yeah, it is. We gotta go to something else.
Hey, you brought it up.
We were talking about why it's charged, and we were talking about why they charged the woman that's protesting because of the charging. That they shouldn't be charging. And you said they shouldn't be charging us to learn our history. You don't have to go there to learn history. You can learn history anywhere.
You can.
A book, a library. They're free. Yeah, you can go do that. So we'll talk about that other because that issue you were touching on is different and it needs to be talked about, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But so your pitch competition,
it went good. It was really great.
Like, what did I get into?
Nothing. Look, she can cut somebody off, boy.
Look, mute mic. No,
it was really well. It was really good.
So tell me, you holding back. So who were you pitching for?
So I was pitching for blackconnect.org.
Okay.
Who I talked about on the last show. It's a nonprofit and actually it's just basically telling more blacks how to support each other and offer things to blacks, like 27 attorneys pro bono, where they help people who need issues with, racial discrimination or anything. So my main goal is to pitch about what goes on in Tulsa and how my issue affected me. And I'm sure it affects other people that work for City of Tulsa or any company within Tulsa that have discrimination issues. So I'm a pitch to I can't pitch no more.
So this pitch wasn't about your Rate My Attorney?
It was.
Okay.
But in the pitch, it talked about why it led to Rate My Attorney. Like, what is the whole reason behind it? Okay. So, yeah. So
what's the pitch do? Like, you pitch it for what's the result? What do you want from the pitch?
Well, so my result is to be exposed about what goes on in Oklahoma. But the whole goal is to have funding to be able to expand your business. Where my business is a rating site. It's good to have funding, but it's all about the people knowing to have access, because that's the key. When you don't have access, you stay in poverty. You don't have access with attorneys, you stay behind, and basically you get a bad attorney and you're sitting in jail for what? Life plus 25 like Prentice. And that's my pitch. I pitch about Prentice. I pitch about Dale. I pitch about wrongful convictions with people, not only just within myself. So
you're pitching about your attorney, but you give examples, real life examples of what's going on here in Oklahoma with the criminal justice system.
Definitely.
And work laws.
Yeah, definitely.
Like your case in particular.
Definitely.
So listen, I want to remind everybody, we have a voice over here at KBOB 89.9 FM. And I just want to remind you can always donate to KBOB at Cash App, or you can send a donation via check to KBOB 89.9 FM. And it's 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. Or you can cash $, Eaton Media Services, and that's EATON Media Services. So help keep us on the air with your donation. We appreciate it. We love to bring information about what's going on in the community, politics, business. And of course, today we're talking with Megan Scott with TC Living Marketing. And I'm so excited to have her here on the platform. She does a lot with small businesses and in the community. And I'm excited to learn some information. I have a new book coming out this month, so I need to get all the gems I can. So I hope you grabbed your favorite drink and a pen and a pad. So let's talk, Megan.
Let's talk.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This is the second time I think I've been on the show, but that's really been kind of focused on me. I've kind of been in the background taking shots.
Yes. So marketing, doing your thing.
So this time it's all eyes on me.
You're on.
Well, what you guys want to know?
So listen, tell us about TC Living Marketing. I know that that's not your first business.
No, it's
not.
So
why TC Living Marketing?
Okay, so why TC Living Marketing? I started a real estate investment company, and that's kind of how TC Living Marketing sprang to life. I learned how to market myself on social media. Social media is it's the place where you need to be, especially for small businesses, putting your information out there and reaching out to your audience. People are watching you. You got these reels going, you got the videos going, you got all kind of ways to make yourself known, and learning to do it the right way. It sends your company off, and people will start recognizing you. So I took this course, and from it, I just started, doing my thing, and I got contacted by Miss Tiara Estes. She had
shout out to Tiara. Shout out, great work.
Shout out to the nonprofit organization that she has, Teach Not Punish. They actually have a fundraiser breakfast brunch event coming up on the 23rd. So they have tickets. Get them if you want some. If you want to go, you can check out information on her Teach Not Punish page. I believe it should be out there somewhere. But she reached out to me. I was volunteering is what ended up really happening. I was volunteering, and I reached out to volunteer with her, and she came back and reached back out to me and said, I loved what you did with this video, and I love what you do with your videos. Help me out. And I'm like, okay. Now at that point, I didn't have a company. I was just doing me. I was just doing my own thing. Yeah. And I was just working with her, and I helped her with a bunch of videos. I recorded a bunch of videos and did a bunch of videographies and for her, and it just kind of just rolled on from there. And so I was like, well, this is, I see where I can help. And I want to help. I want to help my community. I want to help my Black business owners, especially because I do see the lag. I do see where there's room for growth if they're willing to grow. Right. And, that's a whole nother topic.
That sure is. Amen.
But that was my focus. So I focused on the restaurant industry for small business owners, Black business owners who had restaurants, who catered and stuff like that. And I just wanted to help get their information out there so that people knew where to go. I'm not from Tulsa, so I'm a Google person, and I be on Facebook. So if I'm looking for somewhere to eat, which I always go, where can I find some chicken on Google? Like, I'm not specific at all. Where's a chicken place? I'm looking for a good some type of meal, Right. And nothing would really pop up but the same old. And I'm like, no, I know there is way more than these little 5 restaurants that keep coming up every time I'm looking, And so I'm going to say something else, but I'm not. Okay. Right. Lord, filmed live. Okay. So anyways, I've came up with to do like a little directory, but I stemmed from that, and people were reaching out like, you're only doing restaurant owners, you're only doing caterers. And I'm like, I need help with this and I need help with that. And I'm like, no, only if you're not a restaurant. No, just turning down money, y'all. Just lost and turning it down. So I said, I rolled out TC Living Marketing, and it's open for all small business owners. But that's how I got started. I got started helping Tiara Estes with her nonprofit organization, and it's just been going and going. Awesome. I'm doing a new thing. I've been given this opportunity, so I'm so excited about that, to become affiliate marketer for DH Gates, for Amazon and stuff like that. So, I mean, folks, if you guys are influencers out there, or if you're thinking about doing it, there's so many ways that you can market and make money if you feel like that's your thing. So, be on the lookout for more stuff about that. But that's kind of how it all got started.
And with marketing, if you have a business, if you have a small business or business, you've been seasoned business, you need to be marketing like every day. You need to market your business all the time.
You do.
And in marketing, there's so many other opportunities for different revenue streams. So once you get into marketing, you'll see,
so many things
you can
open up.
identify, other opportunities for you to make money with sometimes without a large investment.
Yeah, a large budget.
Or,
absolutely.
Sometimes just doing what you're already doing.
Absolutely. I think speaking on budgets, that's one of the things that a lot of people don't take into consideration, or they think that it's too much, like they just can't afford it. Like, your budget will be your budget. So you set your budget to what your comfort level is, and then you move in that comfort zone. It doesn't have to be extremely expensive, but you do need to set some type of budget so that you can get your stuff out there. And if you don't have a budget, or you can't put that budget together, there's other ways, like a share. I think I mentioned that on one of my little pillow talks that I had. A share is a good way to get your information out. It's not the worst way. I say, if you can't run an ad, share it and just have a bunch of people sharing your stuff, or you just share your stuff to all the other groups. So that means you have to get accepted, engaged. And you got to get engaged, and you have to reach out to that group and be approved to be in that group. And then you just start sending your stuff out there. And I'm telling you, you might not get a like. You might not get a notice that you can visibly see, but people are they're watching you.
Oh yeah,
they see what you're doing. They see they ain't got no comments to give you. They ain't got no motivational nothing to give you, but they see you. And that's the whole point, really, on social media. That is the whole point. Get your stuff out there and get seen. The stuff that you're putting out there needs to be good stuff, though. You don't want to have blurry videos and blurry pictures of food or of your merchandise, and it just looks low grade and not professional, because that's going to turn people away, and you're not going to end up getting the type of reviews and the type of the notice that you want. People are going to be like, this don't look too good.
And I'm glad you mentioned reviews, because that's one of the areas I believe that we, and myself included, need to ask for that more. Absolutely. Those reviews do go a long way. I met up with a friend in Houston, and we were going to go to dinner, and she was like, well, where are you thinking about going? I said, well, my husband's friend, we were meeting up with him as well. He suggested one place, and she said, well, I read the reviews. And I said, okay. So she didn't want to go to that restaurant because of the reviews. And I'm like, oh, well, okay. But so those reviews, they do hold a lot of weight with some people. And if you can ask for the review, get the review, the good reviews, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You want the reviews.
You want them. And then you want to post the reviews. You don't want to hold on to them and just have them in your back pocket. You want to get that out there. It doesn't have to be fancy written and fancy produced, and the content looking amazing on this amazing flyer for this review. It doesn't have to. It could be a screenshot of a text that somebody sent you. Right.
Just saying thank you.
Yeah, and just saying thank you, and then you turning around and saying, "This is why I love doing what I do."
Right.
Like, it's just stuff like that. It kind of just, like Angie was saying, it follows up on your work. So when you're sitting in the car and you're like, I ain't going with this person because I done seen these reviews, and then I read this one review and she was able to do XYZ elemental P, and she was so excited, and I seen it and it looked real good, all from a review. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely get those reviews out there.
Right. So the reviews are critical. So when you're taking notes, write that down. Make sure you use those reviews to ask for them. First of all, if you're not asking for them, ask for the review.
Please ask for
Share
them.
your review. You can use it as a thank you. You can use it for references for people to reach out to, and just really just engaging. It's an opportunity to engage with the customer who gave you the review, to say, hey, look, thanks for the review. I just want to let you know that I have this sale coming up, or I have a new product. It's a great opportunity to get in, to reach back out to someone, follow up, or even share. Sharing. Also, you mentioned sharing, and sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
I think too, we see the memes all the time, right?
Yeah.
Where it's free to share.
It is.
So you also have to share, or should be sharing, other people's. So just like your business, you want people to give you a review, leave good reviews for other businesses. Yeah.
That's a way to get involved in the Facebook community. When you reach out like that, and it's another way for people to see who you are. If you are able to to give a review for another company that helped you, or a person that helped you. I don't know, they mowed your grass, or if you're able to give them that shout out, it just furthers announces who you are. That you're a good person,
right?
With
right.
intentions,
yeah,
things of that nature as well.
Right.
I wanted to also say, talk about the differences or where you should post and like the social media feeds that you should use. Okay. TikTok is coming out there. TikTok is out there. TikTok is live. So that's like number one right now is getting on TikTok. And making these videos. I can't call it a reel because it's not Facebook, but making these TikTok videos and building your audience that way. That's a good one. You can also run ads on TikTok. With all social media accounts, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all of those, you can all run ads on them. And you can also, I lost my train of thought, y'all.
Oh, no.
I know, right?
But those are some of the platforms. So you mentioned TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Did you say YouTube? Did you say Twitter? No.
No. Well, Twitter, it's a platform, but it's not a platform for marketing per se. It's a platform for like just sharing how you feel about things.
Okay.
So,
news. I thought it was all about saying something about Trump, whether it was for or against, for a minute there. But so what about LinkedIn? Are you diverse, or what do you? Because that's a lot of platforms right there. So there are a lot of opportunities to market. You don't have to do them all, right?
You don't. And I focus on Facebook. And Instagram. I'm just getting into TikTok. I've had it out there, but I hadn't been like involved in it a lot. This is where I was going with that. Make sure I remembered, y'all. I remembered.
Hey, praise God.
Make sure your accounts are in professional settings. With all of those platforms, professional settings is where you need to be when you're trying to build your brand and build your company. Otherwise, you won't have access to a lot of the things that you see other people doing on those platforms. You get shut down. It'll be grayed out for you. And there's statistics that you can see in there as well that'll help identify like the good things that are going and the things that maybe you can work on. Who's looking at you, how far your stuff is really getting out there. All of that stuff is really good when it comes to marketing and figuring out where you kind of sit with things.
And then also you can use that information to help you with repurposing some of the things you've already shared. Maybe you shared something 2 years ago, you're still offering that service. And when you shared that, you got, it went viral. They're really repurposing those viral videos, and those are going viral as well. So you want to continue that. But what irks me the most is when someone who's in business, well, they don't have a business page and they're sharing from their personal page. That one first, but then, but if you don't want to manage the business page and you're doing it from your personal page, if you're sharing business stuff, don't keep it private. Because it's like, I'm not sharing. You're not telling anybody about my business. You don't want it. You're private.
That is. Angie hit that on the head. If you're in a professional or in a business account, it can still make your stuff private. Right. So, and when it's private, that means that only your audience, only your friends can see it. Only the people who are following you can see it. If you have a business account, you can start getting followers instead of friends, but it's everybody becomes a follower. But anyway, when you have that and it's not public and it's private, you close your walls in extremely. Nobody's getting that information except for those 7 friends that keep liking your stuff, and the mom and maybe your dad. It gets nowhere. So definitely make sure, if you don't have a professional account or a business account, that your account is definitely public. You'll know because when you're posting things, you'll see a little world by your name on that post. And if you have a world, that means that the world can see your stuff. If you just have a little person, that means that only a few people can see your post. That's how I look at that as.
Right. And that's so important. You mentioned that about the followers, and that's key too, because on your page, it's still, I think, 5,000 friends you can have.
Right.
So as you grow, you want to outgrow 5,000 people. So switching over early to that business page and capturing those people as your followers versus friends is key too.
It is. It is key. And it's when you are in a regular, what am I trying to call the account? It's not a professional account. It's just a regular profile. When you're in your regular profile account, and we're talking about Facebook right now. I'm not talking about Instagram or anything else. But when you're on Facebook and you're in your regular profile account, like Angie said, you hit that 5,000 mark, and that's it. So then you'll have to start deleting friends in order to get new friends, and you have to go through your friends list and say, I don't want that person, 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 so that you could get the new friends to come on in. But if you transfer or you change your name and your account to a professional account, a business account, professional account on Instagram, professional account on TikTok, that's what the term is. On Facebook, it's actually called a business account. But once you do change it to a business account, you'll be able to have sky's the limit as far as people who can follow you and who can friend you and all that good stuff. Actually, once I think it hits that $5,000 or $5,000, listen to me, that 5,000 mark, it will then they just convert instantly to followers. So it's just a win-win that way. You really shut yourself down and close yourself off business wise if you don't take advantage of the business accounts and the professional accounts that are out there on social media. Even if you don't know what you're doing, that's the first step. That's the first step. And everything else, you can get help with, you can research, you can figure it out if you have that time to. If you don't, get at me and I'll make sure all your stuff is set up.
Tell the listeners real quick how to reach you. So we need to know.
Okay, well, I have my TC Living Marketing page on Facebook, and I also am on IG for TC Living Marketing. My website is tulsacountyliving.com. So you can go there and you can browse and see all the videographies, all the photos I've done, all the content that I have built for people. I've done a couple interviews, so you can see what the interviews look like. And you can also see pricing. So there's a whole full marketing bar there that you can kind of go through. And I do everything from putting your business Facebook and Instagram account together to making the content for you. I could do a monthly calendar of things that drop down your timeline every day for a month, or when you get out there, you'll see you can see all the things that are available to you. Absolutely.
So, talk a little bit about it's kind of really inexpensive to run ads.
Yeah. Absolutely, it is. So there are two types of ads, and I'm throwing this in there because it's good to know. So here's a little gem. Here's a little gem dropper.
You got your pen?
Google ads, and Facebook ads. It's really all you need to really soar when it comes to getting your stuff out there. Just caution or a disclaimer: when you start rocking and rolling with the Google ads, just know you are going to get contacted. People are going to be reaching out to you. People are going to know. So here's one big difference.
Know.
They're going to know. They're going to know.
Yeah.
So how people find you through the Google ads is you do a pay-per-click, and the pay-per-clicks mean that you're able to pay for I'm talking about Facebook ad. Google Ads is is a CEO. It's a CEO word bank. So you pay, and you set this. It doesn't have to be a set, a high amount of money. But the more money, and this is the difference between a Facebook ad and Facebook and Google ad, is it can be a little bit more costly on the Google ads because you're in competition with trying to get your name in the number one list when people Google chicken. Mm-hmm. So I want my restaurant to pop up when someone's looking for chicken, just that word chicken. So you're paying for that word chicken so that when people put your name in the search engine,
chicken.
It'll pop up and it'll say, hey, Louis great chicken, is number 3 or number 5, or you all the way down on number 20. You got to scroll a little bit. That all depends on how much you put in on it. But it works. So you have to have a Google, you don't have to have, but in order to do a Google ad, you will need to have an address, and you'll have to be able to have a website. That's the things that Google's going to ask you to have and be listed with a telephone number and all that good stuff. Business addresses. I have to say that it has to be listed as a business address. Mm-hmm. And Google will work with you, and you can start making your bids for your SEO words. And I'm telling y'all, once you start going, you're gonna be like, oh goodness, I'm gonna have to pause this for a second. It's a great thing. So
Right.
Facebook ads, it's the cheaper or the least expensive of the ads, and that's you can throw an ad out there for like $1, y'all.
Right.
Like, really, in all honesty, it might not go too far. You can play with it. And this is what I found, and this is what I have learned about 6 months ago, actually. Once you get your niche, it takes time to find your niche. And when I say niche, I mean it's the people who are actually engaging in your ads, the people who actually want to see your ads, and the people who want to purchase the stuff that you're offering. So once you find that niche, you can throw $2, $3, $1 for the day, and it works. But it's all about finding your niche, and that it takes time. That's not an overnight thing. Facebook marketing is not an overnight thing. Google ads can be an overnight thing. That's another big difference. Facebook ads, you have to you're building who you are. You're building your brand. Literally with Google's, like I said, it's just a word game. So if you got the right words, and you know the words that are going to get that your audience is seeking, you pay for those words, and then bam, you're there. Right. So this is what I follow that back up with. Make sure your stuff is together. Make sure your website looks good and professional. Make sure your telephone numbers work and it's not a Make sure that people can reach out to you, because if not, then it's just going to end up falling back on you guys, and it's going to look like you're not professional and that you don't have your stuff together, and no one's going to, they're not going to keep trying to get someone who ain't got their stuff together.
Right. And with Google, it's important that you mentioned that about the address and the business address and having a professional address. I just want to plug the Creative Suites right there.
Oh, yes.
LaPortia and Shannon. They were on our show, and they offer the virtual address, the mailbox. So you can get a professional address, and it's so important for business funding, for marketing. And once you get registered with Google and they send you the postcard and you confirm that you received it, because they're going to check also to the address to make sure it's a good address, not a house or whatever, that it's a business. And the sky's the limit. And if you don't have the money to, websites are important. Yeah. They're very important.
They are.
But if you don't have the resources or budget up front to get a nice website and to keep it updated, you can use your Google website. And when you're doing your ads and it connects you to your Google, you can go to that Google website. And for my trucking, for some of the things, I just use that Google, and all of the different phone calls. You do have to be ready, because that phone stays ringing.
It works.
Ringing. I have to put it on silent because it rings so much. And then I think it's linked to my email. I had to unlink it. I had to take that.
Tell you go pause it.
Now listen, but so Google, if you're not registered with, you okay, son?
Oh yeah.
Sonia's over here talking to everybody and keeping these notes for us. She's on it.
No.
Yeah, she's on it.
I can't stand y'all.
Absolutely not.
I'm looking at them.
I do want to say,
I see
Mr.
him.
Pons did have a question. Hey,
Okay.
Eugene.
Hey.
He wanted to
Mr.
know,
Pons.
how would that work with like getting exposure for wrongful conviction cases like his father? He's trying to be able to advertise different situations with like keeping up with the case, advertising the case, making awareness to the people, not just in Oklahoma, but nationwide.
Yeah.
What do you think? What kind of suggestions?
Do you have a website? Does he have a website already up? I would say put a website together. And I would say start documenting the different things and turning them into reels.
Right.
If you have,
website would work. Not to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Any website, but just registering.
No, I'm talking about the one that you created for him for wrongful. It's
the page.
Yeah, that's not a website.
That's not a website. It's a page.
Okay,
an actual website.
Like a
but we can register it with Google. So
Yeah.
any business, you can use any business with Google.
Yeah.
And than just, but even on the Facebook page, Advocates for Prentice Ponds, we can do that as well. So you just need the content really to get it going.
That's what you need. You need the content. And then once you have the content, you just start spilling it out there and keep going and keep going. People are going to reach out to you. People are going to want to know questions. They're going to have questions. They're going to want to know more. But it's just all about building that content and getting it out there. You can even have that content. A certain website, you can have the content. It's like a blog, so you would want to blog so that you can blog about the things that's been going on currently, things that had been going on, and the content that you're putting out, the videos that you're putting out, and it'll all sync to the website and sync to your Facebook page that Angie got going. Mm-hmm. You throw that out there into the reels. If there's an IG page, you could get the IG page going. Okay. Make that a business page, and just start getting your content out there. That's if you're going around speaking, you're going to events and you're speaking, that's content. If you have, I'm trying to think of anything. I know I've seen, y'all help me out. I'm doing this because you got a sign.
Protest.
Yeah. Thank you.
Protest.
Well, when you're protesting, that's content, and you can tell your story up underneath that caption. Like all of that stuff is great content. If you're making T-shirts, the T-shirts content, show the story of how you're making the T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Maybe put a little spiel up underneath the video of what's going on. Everything is content, and that's really how you get any kind of information out there. Okay. It's just making the content.
He said he do have all the content, so I guess it's just trying to get it on Google to make some exposure and some noise, because he said it definitely have the content. So
are you putting it out there on Facebook? Is he putting it out there on Mr. Pons? You putting it out there on Facebook? Yes. You turning it into reels?
Now,
reels? No, it's not been doing any reels, but he does have content. We do have the content. We have the information. Yeah. So some of it needs to be shortened and captioned, and
it sounds like you need to call me.
Yeah.
918-204-9953, Mr. Pons.
Say that one more time so we can get it in.
918-204-9953.
And also, shout out to Tay. She's actually one of our listeners. I believe Angela touched on this earlier. What's a good place to get a virtual business address?
Oh, yeah.
And that was Creative Space.
The Creative Suite. I just tagged them.
I said Space. So, yes.
And I tagged them on that.
Oh, you tagged them in the...
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's out there, Tay, if you see them. But they are awesome ladies over there at Creative Suites, and they always doing some freebie workshops. So that'll be a good option to start at.
Oh yeah.
And we really need to get some. You do some of those workshops, and that would be a great location to do some of those, especially Google. I think Google is under. We're not doing enough with Google in our community.
No, at all.
And there's a lot that can happen with that Google.
I don't know.
It's the world.
That's another conversation.
Yeah, it's the world. Yeah.
Access. Really access.
It is. I just seen the time. I don't know. Was there another question? I want to definitely.
No, okay.
I saw we have about 15 minutes left, so I definitely want to get these little gold nuggets out there.
Let's get them
for those who are like creating content or trying to figure out like how to do it, how to do my transitions, how to make my videos look and pop and be trendy. So I have a few apps that I use myself. That you download on your phone. So I don't know if anybody has ever seen me around, but I don't have no camcorder. I use my iPhone. I do use an iPhone. I don't know about the Android.
Hey, don't be hating on now. Hey, wait a minute.
I don't know about how those Androids come out with the content, with the videos and the pictures, but I do have an iPhone. And I download apps like Facetune and PicsArt. PicsArt. I'm sorry.
Okay.
PicsArt. That's PICART. PICSART.
Okay.
Yeah, PicsArt. And that helps you like eliminate things in the background. Say you have a messy background, or you got some things or something that an elbow in your picture and you don't want that elbow in the picture or something like that. So those two apps will help you enhance your background and eliminate the items that you don't want in the background.
That's PICSART.
PICSART. Okay. And then the other one is Facetune, and these are all one words together. These are apps, so you'll have to go to your app store to get those. Another one is called Photo Light Pro. And that helps you retouch your photos. So if you have blemishes or, your makeup might not look completely right, or your hair, you got a piece of hair that is sticking out and you want your photo to look a little bit more vibrant and stuff, those help with retouching your photos. And then there's another one that I use called Pixel Up.
I heard of that one.
Pixel Up. And that one helps get rid of your blurry photos. So they don't do videos. I tried the video. The video did not work. But with photos, say you're moving around too much, it was a lot going on, and you got the picture, but the picture is blurry, that one, Pixel Up, will help you.
And before Pixel, it was Photo what?
Photo Light Pro.
Photo Light Pro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's all one word, right?
Yep, those are all words. So those are the little apps that I use to help get my content for my clients popping the way that it needs to, so that it looks really good and really professional on a phone. Like you don't have to go invest in a lot of stuff to make it pop.
Shout out to Arthur Brown real quick. He's been an a guest on our platform, and he has a book. I did it with my iPhone, and he became a millionaire.
Hey.
I guess over selling a lot of books and doing a lot of stuff. With his iPhone, his testimony.
He's releasing an album
his broke iPhone.
With his broke iPhone on October the 24th, I believe.
Yeah.
I shared it.
Yeah. I have to tune in on that and see what that's about. All on the iPhone. I believe it.
His iPhone.
I believe it. And people think that you're crazy. Unless you know, when you pull out your iPhone, they're like, this what you got? Oh, baby, you just don't know.
Right.
Right.
You just don't know.
And what was your number again? One of our listeners was asking for your number again for your services.
Oh, it's 918-204 9953.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So I also wanted to talk about the types of items that you might need to help capture your products or capture you behind the scenes and stuff like that. So there's ring lights. Those things are exceptional. I got my thumbs up. I be forgetting, or my finger, my AOK's up. I forget that we're not really video. But anyway, the ring lights help with your lighting, and they're not expensive. They come in all different sizes, but I definitely say get some ring lights so that you can kind of control your lighting and get the best picture or even video for what you got going on. I'm about to go through this list. So we talked about the ring lights, angles. Make sure you learn your angles. Make sure that you do more than one picture. Don't take one picture and think that that's going to be okay and then come back to it, because the moment's there. Once the moment is gone, it's gone.
Right.
So while you're in that moment, just snap, 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 snap. Every angle possible. Snap, 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 snap. Right. Recording. You're recording every angle possible. Record. Because like I said, that moment is just that moment. And you would hate to have said, oh, I got that picture of that. And then you go back. And in reality, you took the picture, but the person then got up and turned around, and you got the back of the person, and you missed the handshake. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to snap away at all angles possible.
This is some good information.
Oh, I'm glad.
Okay, yeah. Okay, don't hold back. Keep going.
Okay. Let's see what else I got on here. Props, backdrops. If you got a funky background, don't take pictures with your products in a funky background. Just invest in an inexpensive backdrop, and utilize that ring light and maximize that space with that backdrop. If you don't have a backdrop, get a white sheet. Get a white sheet and put your products on that white sheet, and it'll make your stuff look so much cleaner and so much more professional.
Okay.
Let me see what else.
Are y'all listening? This is good. Good information.
I told you guys about the editing tools, and I think that's really all of the things, as far as building content that I have listed. Use your editing tools that I talked about, and those were those apps. Make sure you have great lighting. So those are those ring lights that I talked about, and they have these photo lights up here. I'm looking in the
Oh yeah.
Those are good as well. So just make sure you have just good lighting. If you have good lighting and you have your apps, I'm promising you can change any shady thing into a beautiful piece of art and put it out there. Canva, am I pronouncing that right? Canva. Yes. Canva is awesome. Yes. Canva is your source. If you have flyers, say you're an event planner, an event planner, I cannot talk, an event planner, or if you have just an event coming up, or you got a sale that you want to pop up. I know the holidays are coming up, so holiday sales and promotions. Speaking of which, shout out to Shelly Johnson with Amazing Body and Face Skincare. She has gave Sandia and Angie.
She's always giving us free stuff.
Some bath salts that she has come up with. She's got some gift baskets that she's been working on.
So you can see. Thank you, Shelly. Now, Shelly was our first sponsor for the first month of our show in January. So thank you, Shelly.
Yeah, and shout out to Asha over there in Shelly's facility, because I still go to Asha.
And the Rose Wax. We're not good with names, but we got you.
Asha's her name. So Asha is the business. That's Vasha.
Vasha.
Look, we messed up her name in her business.
Smells really good. Oh.
She has gift baskets that she's putting together with these.
So this is a lavender. And I know that she, she always has great packages that she puts together for the holidays, but go visit. This is I love bath salts.
Did you just
Amazing Face and Body.
She's one of my clients.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. See, we're all about networking.
So I'll get back onto it. So there was another thing. I voted some things. I just want to make sure I hit it all. Oh, staying consistent. We kind of talked about that at the very beginning. I think a little bit we touched on it, but staying consistent with getting yourself out there, like, pushing something at least daily. So the algorithm is a thing, right? It is a thing, that thing changes. Facebook changes, IG changes their stuff, and TikTok is, listen, I can't even talk on TikTok because TikTok is a whole nother world. Just get your stuff out there on TikTok and, explore it. Right. But it is important to consistently get your stuff out there, because you're only as high as your stuff flowing. And the minute that it's not flowing anymore, folks ain't really looking. Folks ain't it. And the algorithm will pull you back. So the algorithm will pull you back if you're not active enough on your Facebook profile, on your business profile. If you're not sharing other people's stuff, if you're not commenting, if people are commenting on your post and you're not responding back to them, that kind of plays with the algorithm a little bit. And if you post too much, so it's like if you post not enough and if you post too much, it'll hurt the algorithm. And what the algorithm is saying is like they're doing too much. I gotta pull them back. I gotta pull them back because
posting too much.
I don't know what this is, so I'm a hold back to it, and you'll notice it because you won't get as many likes as you usually get. And you're like, what is going on? How come ain't nobody? That could be the reason why. Another thing with the algorithm, I feel like I just lost my thought again, and we got like 5 minutes. Ooh, if it pops back up, I'm gonna shoot it out there.
But it does change a lot, and being consistent, like you mentioned, is it's necessary. But I encourage everybody to just get started. I see people in business and they're just not doing it. As we said, you can also create streams of revenue because of your marketing. So like when you start doing the reels, you're doing enough, you're getting the following, if you will. Your algorithm picks up. I can't say that word. Picks up. And you're getting money. Facebook starts paying you. So TikTok as well. So some people are just doing marketing. Just to make money. I mean, that's all they're doing. And they don't have anything it's just them. They're dancing.
It's just the brand now. They market their brand.
Right.
They made themselves a brand, and now they're making money off of it. It's a whole thing now. TikTok got it going. I saw TikTok is like Facebook, where they issuing out money too for the various reels and stuff that they got going on out there. But that's a world that I don't really know. The algorithm things I remember now, it was just lost my train of thought.
It happens.
Y'all, I suck, y'all.
No, it happens.
Okay. This is it. This is important. if you have stuff that you're trying to sell, or things that you're trying to push out there, every post does not need to be a selling post. Every post doesn't need to be a punch in your face. This is, in your face. This is what we got. This is what we got. Facebook does not like that. Instagram is okay with it. That's the Instagram world. But Facebook will instantly, the algorithm will shut you down instantly. If you are selling candles and every post is about get a sale. I got a hot sale today. I got a hot sale tomorrow. I got a hot sale Sunday. I got a hot sale. It's going to hot sell you away and your stuff is not going to get out there. So I always say, make sure that when you're posting, make sure it's, what's the word when it's spread out and it's a little bit different.
A variety.
Thank you. Make sure it's a variety of things that still stick to what you're doing. But make sure it's a variety of things. So I always tell people to kind of sit down and make a schedule. What you want to post Monday. Keep Monday's post that you're going to post for Monday. Tuesday, what's that theme for Tuesday? What's that theme for Wednesday? So have themes for the days of the week and stick by it. And that's how you become consistent. And it's easy for your brain to think of the next thing, because it's hard on a whim to be like, okay, what am I going to post today?
And people will be looking for it.
They will look for it. And you don't want to go posting just some random stuff because you know that you need to post, but you don't know what to post. So if you make a system and make a schedule and make themes for your days, it'll make it so much easier. Right. And you can also schedule your stuff out for a whole month. So you don't have to sit up here and worry about trying, I got 10,000 things to do. I don't have time to do a post. You can sit down on a Saturday, on a Sunday night, 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and schedule your post out for the whole month and be done with it. Right. And it's timed. And, maybe go back in and see if somebody commented and comment on that post. And that's it, So it's easy. It's easy to do. You just have to take the time to learn it a little bit and work it. And the main thing that a lot of people struggle with is working it. Right. Just do it. Just do it. And it'll all start flowing eventually.
And I think that it's important, too, that sharing the link to it, because I think that Facebook shuts that down too, because they want you to utilize their ads. And if people can just go directly to your post and they're sharing your post a lot, they scale that back. No, girl, I'm gonna need you to. And that's why you see a lot of posts that say comment, the link is in the comment. Yeah. But I think just like how that share, when people would put share this in their thing, that it would slow it down. I think the link is in the comment is just slowing it down too. So I really think that they want you to be engaged. So you need to engage. So if it's just posting your product and then people ask you, get somebody to say, what is this? Or how do I get this? And then you can share that link, I think, but yeah, hey, so we're time has gone by so fast. So we really appreciate you coming in. And we like to always bring in people who are going to give us the real stuff, the real deal, not hold back. And you have given us a lot. Thank you. Please tell our listeners all around the world and a Facebook Live how they can reach you and the name of your business again. Give us the 411, please.
I'm Megan Scott on Facebook, known as TC Living Megan. You can find my information on TC Living Marketing's Facebook page, our IG page. You go to my website, www.tulsacountyliving.com. Telephone number, 918